Okay. Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all. We are truly delighted to be here today to present our capstone project. On behalf of Team 17 and I would like to extend a special welcome to our special guest, Melanie, the founder of Mel Inbox Children's Entertainment. It's an honor to have you with us, and we are really excited to share our outcomes of our work and the journey that brought us here. Our project is titled Data Driven Growth for Mail Inbox, integrating like Power BI Insight, app prototyping, and grant ready evidence. Over the past 8 weeks, like our team has worked together to design practical and meaningful solutions to help Mail Inbox overcome some key challenges, such as like manual booking system and inconsistent marketing and the difficulties in demonstrating impacts to funding bodies. Through our work, like we aim to create data-driven tools and grant-ready insight that will help Mail-in-Box sustainably and strengthen its credibility with funders. Today, we'll take you through our findings, showcase our deliverables, and present a clear roadmap for scaling this inspiring community-focused children's entertainment venture.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll go to the next slide. Um, I would like to introduce my team member, myself, Nita Razbangsi, and we have our creativity lead, Pratima, and technical specialist, Rosina, and creative and design lead, Madhusha, documentation and reporting lead, Uday Chaudhary, and research analyst, Mohammad Manawar Safi. And together we have collaborated closely, very closely, like using Agile Scrum method, and like each member contributed beyond their role, reflecting teamwork and adaptability. This structure allowed us to cover like technicals, analytical, and strategic dimension, while remaining aligned with our client's motto, funding through evidence. Agenda. Like our presentation follows a structure flow. Like we begin with the client's problem statement, then outline the business context and market analysis. After that, like we present competitive benchmarking to understand what makes other ventures successful. And the next section introduce our three deliverables like Power BI dashboard, the app prototyping, and the grant ready report. And then we'll shift focus to our like funding opportunities and share the real examples of successful grant. And we cover our project management approach, like recommendations and conclusions. And the agenda ensures a smooth narratives from problem identification to like solution development, like evidence building, and finally actionable funding pathway for mail inbox.
Mhm.
Okay, and client problem statement. Sorry. Like mail inbox is like a meaningful children's entertainment venture, um uh, but faces clear barriers to growth, booking and handle manually through website. And I have tried to book the session, and it says like we have to email.
Yeah.
So yes, so it's like or we can do with phone calls as well with number, because in the website you have provided the number. But
Yeah,
they
I've
but
got it set up as manually at the moment, but I can activate
yes,
a payment gateway. Yeah.
yeah, and like because of that, there is like no structured data. Like marketing remains just because of that, like marketing remains inconsistent and like heavily of like may like mouth word of mouth. So most importantly, like funding bodies like increasingly demand measurable like evidence of impacts. Like, but the business cannot currently provide it. So this creates a growth ceiling. Although the service is valuable to the families, especially vulnerable children, scaling is impossible without like professional tools. Like this gap form the foundation of our problem statement and guide our three parts of solution. So like build evidence, simplify booking, and prepare grant ready outputs.
Mhm.
So for for the next part, I would like to hand over to Uday.
Uday, you need to unmute yourself.
Sorry. Hi, Melanin. This is Uday Chaudhary this side. As
Mhm.
we mentioned earlier, we are working for this project since I think almost 2 months. So Melon Box provide the play-based entertainment for children,
Yep.
and its mission is to community driven and it's unique compared to larger profit competitors. So as you know, that current operations are booking manually, and the revenue is generated is basically on a small scale, and marketing is mostly reputation driven with not structure campaigns. And the strengths of our project is like community value, low overhead, and a safe environment for the children. And weakness, we can say that there's a lack of customer database as we are on a very initial stage. Then there is a weak digital presence as well, and
Mhm.
obviously the limited funding profitability. Can you please change the next slide? And so now the analysis of Australian market in terms of children entertainment. So it's thriving. Like in 2024, it was values around 361.5 millions, and it's most probably projected to reach around 693, which is almost the double of last year by the 2033. And families consistently invest in the creative and structure activities for the children's. And if we consider the population, almost 4.8 million children are age over 1 to 14 years, and which are almost 80% of the Australian population. And nearly 94% of children engage in the cultural activity, and almost 97% of household owns the smartphone to run these apps. Next slide, please. And if we go through the customer trends, that families demonstrate both the willingness to pay and readiness for the digital engagement. So parents spend almost around $55 per day for the children for the school holidays. And if we see for the vacation care, it's rise about $110. So for a mailing box, this means the booking app will be aligned perfectly with the consumer expectation. And obviously parents prefer the speed, and teacher values for booking, and the caregivers, which are the third personas, appreciate the clear safety instruction. Next slide, please. And if we say the competitor overview, so there are three main categories for the competitor: the large operation such as the fun lab, which are run by the entertainment venues like Holy Moly and Strike Bowling. They have a strong branding and the revenue, which is around 239 million, but they are very limited community focus. Then the second one are a global chains like Kidzania, which offer the structured entertainment, but they are often inaccessible and very high expensive for the middle class or local families. And last not but the least, which are the local play center, which are affordable and familiar, but there are very less booking apps or a structured data. So in this term, Mail Box is a position uniquely between these groups. So it offers affordability and inclusivity. But there is a lack of digital systems and evidence. So yeah, that's my part. Now I would like to hand over to Shafi.
Mhm.
Hello, Melina. I am Muhammad Munawar Shafi. So I'm starting from the FunLab case study. So basically, in this, the FunLab, the company behind the Holy Moly, as Uday told that the company behind the Holy Moly and Strike Bowling, it demonstrates the power of the branding and data-driven marketing. And generally, the values are built around experience-based entertainment and attracting large audiences nationwide. So the revenue reaches approximately is $239 million around annually, and the success is supported by a loyalty program and strong social media engagement and structured use of customer data as well. And moreover, the FunLab services are expensive, a bit expensive and urban focused, and it limiting accessibility for vulnerable communities. And the lesson for Melin Box is that the structured evidence and professional branding driven credibility, which unlike FunLab, Mailbox can leverage its affordability and community mission while still learning from FunLab data strategies. And my next slide, yeah, my next slide is regarding the Kidzania case study. So in this, the Kidzania is a global edutainment chain which offers students for the role play experiences, and they simulate real world professions, and the structured approach has made it highly successful internationally. And the partnership with corporation strengthen its financial basis. So however, the Kidzania's model comes with a high cost and making it inaccessible to make many families in Australia. And this is a limited presence, also restricted availability. And the lesson for Melin Box is that the structured role play and measurable outcomes attract funders and parents alike. But unlikely, the Kidzania Melin Box can differentiate itself by being affordable and inclusive. And next slide is the competitor comparison. So in this, we developed a competitor comparison of to highlight opportunities. FunLab succeeded due to strong branding but lack of affordability. But in case of Kidzania thrives on structured prices out many families, and local center offers affordability but rarely use technology or data. So Melinbox sits uniquely. It is inclusive and affordable but lack of evidence, branding and structured systems. And the key opportunities is to fill the evidence gap, and by combining affordability with data dashboards, booking apps, and grant ready reporting, Melinbox can stand out. And unlike competitors, it can position itself as both accessible and evidence driven, directly appealing to funders and communities. And my next slide is Nika, next. Yes, and the next slide is our deliverable overviews. So in this, our project produced three interconnected deliverables. The first one is the Power BI dashboard transform, and which raw childcare and entertainment data into actionable insight. Generally, it highlights repeat booking and vulnerable child participations and attendance trends. And second one is the app prototype simplifies booking for parents and teachers, which also introduce group booking, quick checkout, and structured data captures. And the third one is the grant ready report. It ties these inputs into a professional evidence packing for funders. So the three outputs connect seamlessly. The app collect data, the dashboard visualize it, and the report translate it into funding language. So together they strengthen Mailbox credibility and growth potential. So my next friend will gonna explain in the next slide. Madhusha.
Thank you, Munwar. Hi, Melina. I'm Madhusha. I'm going to say about the dashboard features. The Power BI dashboard was designed to fill the evidence gap. It integrates childcare datasets and transforms them into decision-ready visuals. Key performance indicators include a repeat booking rate, attendance trend, fill rate, and participation by vulnerable children. The dashboard includes a geographic heat map, rating distributions, and export to PDF functionality. This allows the client to attach visual evidence directly to the guide applications. Beyond funding, the dashboard also supports operational decisions, helping identify peak demand periods and customer loyalty trends. Funders increasingly demand measurable impact, and in this dashboard positions Mail in a Box as evidence ready and professional. The next slide, please. The dashboard includes multiple visuals that make insights easy to understand. A line chart shows a booking demand across time, while the pie chart highlights repeat versus new customers. A column chart tracks vulnerable child participation, and the heat map displays activity distribution by location. Examples: KPI includes a repeat rate of 42%, fill rate of 78%, and vulnerable share of 18%. These visuals make impact tangible. Instead of long reports, funders can see it at a glance the social value being created. The dashboard demonstrates both transparency and scalability, critical factors in competitive grant applications. And the next slide. Then we move to the app prototype. The second deliverable is an app prototype designed to improve bookings. Current processes are slow, manual, and fail to capture data. Our prototype offers three main flows: sessions, details, and checkout. Parents can browse activities with filters, see staff credentials and safety policies, and complete in noisy. A pilot feedback slowed parents value speed while teachers appreciated simplified bulk booking. For funders, the most important feature is structured data capture. Every booking automatically generates usable evidence, linking directly to the dashboards and supporting grant applications with measurable outcomes. The other one. Next slide, please. And finally, app mockups. Our Figma mockups demonstrate the design. The session screen lists activities with filters. The details screen shows session time, cost, and staff safety credentials with the clear book now option. The checkout screen handles child details and secure payments. Design principles include clarity, accessibility, and mobile-first usability. Buttons are large, flows are minimal, and WCAG stands ensure inclusivity. The mockups illustrate how Mail in a Box can quickly align with the digital expectations. For funders, these mockups demonstrate readiness even before full deployment. A functional prototype shows innovation, customer focus, and evidence-driven scalability. And I will invite Rojna to continue.
Thank you, Madhusa. So, for the why the funding is matters. So, funding is critical for mail-in box survivor and growth. So, at present, the venue cannot compete effectively because it lacks the structured evidence funders demand. So, grants provide working capital without requiring equity, making them ideal for women-led community-focused businesses. So the competitors who access grant have expanded significantly, demonstrating the impact of funding. For the example, local center receiving 50,000 grant, $50,000 grant scaled service for vulnerable children. Uh, and the motto of a mail inbox is funding readiness, and our deliverables provide exactly that. So with the dashboards, app data, and a grant ready report, the business now has the credibility required. Next slide, please. So for the funding programs overview, we identified 9 Australian grants programs suitable for a mail inbox. So this range for small community funds to large scale national initiatives. Example include boosting female founders initiative, which offer $25,000 to $480,000 for women-led vineyards. So women in the industry grants of to $10,000 and gambling community benefit fund up to $100,000. Additional opportunities include club grants, career, male children's funding, Porter Foundation, and Australian Communities Foundation. Um, so each program prioritizes evidence in so each the program prioritizes evidence inclusively and a measurable impact by aligning outputs with this criteria. Mail in a box can demonstrate eligibility. So these programs create a structured pathway for the funding growth. Next, please. So here's the grants example for the success and success cases. So recent grants show how evidence translates into funding. Within 2022, the Boosting Female Founders Initiative awarded 480,000 to Little Sparrow Entertainment to scale an app-based children care platform. The Gambling Community Benefit Fund awarded $80,000 to a local play center for a facility expansion. So the Courier Email Children's Funds provide $25,000 for after school program supporting vulnerable children. So Westpac Foundation offer about $40,000 to a well-being project for young people. So this example highlight a common factor or recipients presence, structure evidence, measurable outcomes, and a community impact. So in a mail, so in a box can follow the same model. Now that it has a dashboard and a prototype data. Next, please. So the funding fit for the mail in a box, we mapped a mail in a box strengths directly against the grant criteria. Boosting female founders required women-led, scalable, innovative project mail in a box fits perfectly. So the gambling community. So the Gambling Community Benefit Fund demand community outcome. This is at the heart of the venture. The Courier Mail Children's Funds requires direct children's benefit, which is core to the mission. The Australian Communities Foundation expects measurable social impact. So our dashboard and pilot evidence provide exactly that. So the opportunity is clear. So in a mail is a strong candidate across multiple programs, but needed evidence with our deliverable and upon funding fit is undeniable. So further, my friend Pratima will explain it to you.
Hi, Melina. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, actually, we are doing like since 2 months about this Melina Box Children Entertainment Program, like project. For this, like we have the main goal for the funding only. Like we have like taken like funding roadmap for 3 stages. Like in stage one, we have done like a micro grants of $1,000 to $10,000, such as like club grants or courier mail. Children's Fund. These small grants will fund pilot testing with 10 to 12 families while refining our dashboard and gathering early evidence. Like stage two moves to mid-level grants between like $10,000 to $50,000, including opportunities from Westpac Foundation or Women Industry. Here, funding supports app expansion, enhanced KPIs in the dashboard, and hiring part-time support like a data analyst. And like finally stage three targets like large scale grants from like $100,000 up to 4 lakh like $80,000, such as boosting female founders of the Gambling Community Fund. These would allow full up production, national rollout, and building a small dedicated team. By progressing step by step, Melina Box will build credibility at each stage and always remain funding ready. Next slide, please. Like we have like Agile Scrum approach. We have structured our project delivery using like Agile Scrum, which was critical giving the evolving requirements. Work was divided into four sprints. Sprint 1 focused on persons and scope. Sprint 2 delivered the dashboard prototype, and Sprint 3 created app mockups. Sprint 4 integrated everything into a grant ready report. We used Moscow prioritization to stay focused. Must have like quick bookings and KPIs were built first. While features like loyalty points were set aside for later. The client received outputs every 2 weeks, which created constant feedback loops and reduced risk of misalignment. Compared to waterfall, allied agile like offered flexibility and collaboration, ensuring that the final deliverables match the client's needs closely. Next slide, Neeta. The total project organization, our project success depended on clear organization and role clarity, which we achieved through a RICI matrix. Mohammed led like market analysis, like Rosina built the dashboard, and Madhusha designed the app prototype. Uday prepared the whole report. I focused on funding research, and Neeta managed the client communication, all those things with the whole report. Our coordination, we used weekly team meetings, Trello for sprint tracking, and like WhatsApp for urgent updates. Risks such as data set availability, time constraints, and client overwhelm were managed through multiple data resources and parallel work streams and simplified visuals. This structure ensured accountability, smooth communication, and delivered on time within the 8 weeks of scope with the whole project. Next slide, Nita. We have the recommendation to conclude the section. We have structured recommendation into 3 phases. Like immediately, Melina Box should run a pilot program with 10 to 12 parents and teachers using the dashboard to capture evidence. In the short term, the focus should be on applying for micro grants of like $1,000 to $5,000, refining dashboards and hiring part-time support such as like proposal writer. And like the for the long term, we have to the strategy is to scale the app of production, apply for large scale grants such as like boosting female funders, and expand nationally. The key recommendations is to grow step by step using pilot data and dashboard insights as proof points in every funding application. This evidence driven approach maximizes funding success and ensures sustainable growth of the Melina Box. Next slide, Nita. You can go the conclusion. We have the conclusion of project for Melina Box delivered 3 critical outcomes, like a Power BI dashboard that turns raw data into like evidence, and like a app booking prototype that simplifies customer engagement, and a grant ready report that translate both into funding credibility. Together, like these total deliverables like directly address the client challenges, lack of structured bookings, weak marketing like visibility, and limited credibility with funders. By applying like Agile Scrum, we ensured progress and close client involvement throughout the project. Now, with the dashboards, app data, and structured reporting, Melina Box is positioned to secure like funding, growth, like sustainability, and scale nationally. Thank you for your attention. We now welcome any questions.
That's amazing. Really great work. I'm just wondering, when you're talking about the dashboard,
Yeah.
is that something that I need to, like, how do I access? Do I have to get that built, or like, what dashboard are you talking about?
Sita, you need to open that
Okay, I'll go through the dashboard slide.
yeah, dashboard slide.
Yeah.
Power BI
And
dashboard.
So
Yes.
Power BI dashboard.
Yeah.
Yes. This is like Power BI dashboard is like a software where we gather the secondary data, and the secondary data we upload in Power BI, and then we analyze the data. Like we find out the trend, what's the trend going on in Australian market, how the people are rating the themes party, how many people like do the same customer do the same customer have booked the mail in box or not. For example, if you have a secondary data, if you have if you have a created a data in your website, if there is a system, so what happened like in we can extract the data. Like there are so many companies like they public the data, so we gather the data, second data from kaggle.com. So
Yeah, but
we
what I'm asking is, how do I access? Is this something that you have access to, or is this
I,
something that I have access to?
anyone can access. This is
Anyone can
like
access.
yeah, like it's a software, it's a free software. You can download the software and then upload the data, and then we can analyze like what kinds of result you want. On that basis we analyze the data.
So Power BI dashboard is something that I can input into what, my website or something, or my app.
This Power BI dashboard is used to analyze the data. Like you create the data, and then the data will be extracted and analyzed in Power BI.
So for the stages that I need, so for like things that I need to do, so the first thing I take from this is I need to automate all of the bookings. So like automate the booking stuff on my website. I don't have a mobile app yet, so the app is not built yet. So we're only working with a website. And so for the purposes of gathering this data, what are you suggesting that I do to put all this together for a report?
For we have built a prototype for you, Melanil.
Oh, have you?
Like we have
Yeah,
yes,
we
we have
have
built
done.
a prototype for you, mobile prototype. Like
Oh,
so for that one, we have built a prototype for you. So what you can like we have in the report you have three. We just it's just a prototype, so we didn't have like we have make very simple one. So if you want, we can add more features. Like for example, this is the home. Like for example, art and craft, music and dance, story time. For example, if I want to book a story time, like I'll go to view. They can view our details and like book a seat.
Book seat.
Like I can put my like name, like Nita, and like age. Like we have a age limit. This is for children. So like suppose I'm 13, and seat how many seat I want to is like for total for one person is $10. For like I want like will you can set a limit for how many kids you want to like minimum. What's the minimum number? Suppose the minimum number is 10, we put the number 10, so I can book for 10 seats and it's like confirm booking. And after the confirming the booking, that after confirming we can get the detail, we can contact the clients and then do like what kinds of party they want, like what theme party. We can then talk with the clients detail, like what time, what
right.
date, like what venues. And for this one, like we have create code for you. You can use this code and we can do like uh change this, add more features there if you want.
What, to put it into my website?
Not in a, this is a mobile prototype for your phone, like prototype apps.
Oh, for the app. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, but is this the end of your part? Like, so this is the end of your project?
Yes, we are.
So, in regards to that, then what you've created, am I able to get access to that?
Yes, we'll send all the technical files and report everything to you through the
Okay,
Pactasia session and
I might
AI.
have if I can have access to that and have a little look through it, then can I provide some feedback, or is your part finished now?
Actually, we will upload in Practidia section. Through Practidia section, you will get the information of technical files, all those things. You can give feedback in the Practidia section with them.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a question
Okay.
answer session, Melanie. You can ask any questions about the
Yeah.
report, anything like you like, any inquiry, like curiosity you have.
Yeah. Okay. So the purpose, because I understand everything that you've said. It's all amazing and everything.
Thank
I
you.
just need to understand how to implement it all so that I can make it all, so I can capture all that data and capture all the relevant data. So you're saying I can do that through this thing that you've built.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, Melanie. Like, what you want to build, like.
So are you saying that you've built the tool for me to capture the data I need? Is that right?
We haven't built the tool. It's online. It's free tool. Anyone can use. Like, you can use if you know how to use the Power BI, how to analyze the data. You can like analyze any kinds of data over there.
Yes, but the thing that you've just showed me of how to put the bookings in.
Oh yes,
Is that the thing that I can use?
Of course, yes. We'll send the
Yeah,
technical
you can
files.
use.
You can use that one and you can
Okay.
make more advanced. You can add more features.
Okay.
If you want to add any more features, you can tell us. We can add more features over there.
Okay. So is it set up to collect the type of information that I need for these funds, is it?
Yes.
Right. Excellent. That's amazing. Thank you. I was just trying to work out how I was going to do that, but I didn't realize that you'd actually done it. So that's amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Melanie. It was really nice working on that project. Like, we got so many things to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's really well done. Good work. I'll have a good look at it as well when I get home if you send it to me, or if it's in the app. I'll look at it on the big screen. I've been following along on my phone, but yeah, I'll let you know if I have any other questions. But I understand everything, and I think it's fantastic. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. So so then I need to just provide feedback on all of this for your results, right? For your team work.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a question answer session. Like, any part you have any questions regarding, we are happy to answer.
Okay. I don't know if I've got any more questions at the moment. Only it all makes sense to me. I have to capture more data to be able to demonstrate all of the benefits for each of these graphs. And if you've already built the tool for me to do that, then yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. So no, I don't have any questions right now, but if I get home and I have another good look through it and I think of any, I'll add it into the Practira thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Melanie. Have a nice day.
Thanks so much. Thanks, guys. Excellent.
Thank you.
I'm happy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.